All right, guys. So I for the first time I bought myself an equity age account. I bought myself a 5K equity age account, and I would want to journal my journey from now. So whenever I lose the account or whenever I pass the account, I'm just going to share my um trading analysis as well as my journey, my losses, everything. So if you're a beginner trader, if you are a new trader, if you're a newbie, if you are willing to understand how the market works, and sometimes you just have to learn from other people's losses, um it might also be of help, you understand. Week. And the reason why I actually went for equity edge is because my location, I'm in Ghana, and then most of online purchases and most of online transaction we do is either by Visa card or credit card. You understand? Most of the other um, uh, prop firms, they don't give that access. You understand? And some of them are in cryptos and other stuff, and it's not all of us that are having a crypto account. You understand? So I went in for this, even though they have rules regarding how to trade the account you've bought. This is the Equity Edge dashboard, and my study is in progress. I'm still trading. I've not passed it yet. So when I pass, the studies will be passed, and then they will send me an email to my funded account credentials. They will send me an email with the credentials to my funded account, and then I trade. And then when I hit the private target, I'll be able to withdraw. And then they don't trade with Meta5, they trade with Match Trader. And then their chat is actually an extension from the trading view. So what I used to do is I don't actually use the analysis over here. I basically go to the trading view itself with the currency pair that I'm actually trading. So this morning I took what do you call it? I took GBP USD, and it was a buy. So the opening price was 1.3353. So when you come to trading view like this, you see your charts with all your analysis and all that. So over here, what I'll do is that I'll put the position on it, and then you see how it looks like. So the stop loss was 133,270, and the take profit price was 133,610, and the entry point was 133,353. All right, and so it was a buy position, and then it was the currency pair was GBP USD. The date is today, 19th May 2025, in the morning, 7:34 during the London session. And so this is how the trade looks like over here. This is how the trade looks like. So what really made me take this trade? First of all, the market was actually selling for like 3 days. I'm an intraday trader, so my high time frame is 1 hour. Sometimes I go into the higher time frame like 4 hours to see the general market. I came into my high time frame, which is the 1 hour time frame. And then what was I seeing? I was actually seeing this, that we had a range. This is the range low. And then we had this range too. This is the range high. I also had this, even though that's my high, my range high and range low, I also had an internal range that I'll be trading off in the 15 minutes and then the 5 minutes, because I'm an intraday trader. I'm not a swing trader. I don't hold trade for days. So this was the last brick of structure that the market created. This was the last brick of structure that the market created. The last brick of structure. It gave us liquidity, a lot of liquidity right here. All right. And then the market, so this is the liquidity, gave us, and it also gave us a supply level right about here. Okay. Give us a supply level right about here. So it's in two things. We had our, and we also have our internal range high and range low. So we have this in range high, this internal range high, and then we have the internal range low right about here, making up the external range low as well. So what happened was that The market came up, swept the liquidity in the internal range, and if the internal range breaks, the market is now changed. The bias has now changed from bearish into bullish. So you right now, I'm actually looking for more buys than sells. On Sunday too, I did my analysis. What I saw was that the market had taken this low, this range low. So this was a liquidity sweep, and already we have this range created. Already we have this range created as the internal range high is now a change of character, and then it gave us this particular inducement level. Everything is being done in the higher time frame so that when I go into my lower time frame, I know what I'm looking for. Before this institutional order block, this is an institutional order block, there is this fair value gap related to it, and then it seems price reacted from the orders that was left out before the institutional order block was created. So price tapped into it, moved but couldn't break out. So if there's a change of character and then there is an inducement created over here, this becomes our new high. This becomes our new high. All right, and then price tapping into this area, what we are looking for is this high to be broken. So whatever is happening here is an internal range. So what happened? There was no liquidity sweep here. So this movement was just a liquidity created, and then you could see that price was just ranging from here to here, and then here it created some fake movement to the downside, but really didn't happen. Okay, so this range becomes our new low. This range didn't sweep liquidity, didn't take out any inducement level over here. So still we don't have our low, our range low. We don't have our range low yet. The market is still bearish. As at this point, we can see that the market is still bearish because there was no buyer's opportunity until market created something like this. And then this became our inducement. So this became our inducement over here in the higher time frame. This became our inducement level. So this became our inducement level. What we were looking for is that either price breaks out this high or sweep out this inducement, come back into this area. So come back to this area before, and then you see you can see we have this inducement level over here. So if price sweeps out this inducement high, comes back in and then sweep out this inducement low, you understand? The reason why I'm saying this is an inducement because the price didn't sweep out any high to make the market now become in charge for the buyers. That is what I'm trying to say. That's why I marked out this particular swing high as an inducement level. So if price is able to take out this inducement, then we can say that this particular is our now recent low. Okay, so being able to identify the range you are trading will help you to know the buyers you are supposed to look for. So we have this range low. So we have the range high, we have the range low. My initial before price closed above this inducement level, my anticipation was for price to come back and then clear out this buying inducement level. This buying inducement level, that was my initial anticipation. That was my initial anticipation. And then my aim was if price is able to close above this inducement level and my lower time frame shows me any confirmation for the market to go high, this place will be our, what do you call it, our supply area that could change the market's direction. But there is actually no supply over here. There's no orders for price to tap into and then move lower. The inducement level was taken out, and so I went into the lower time frame, which is 5 minutes. That's my entry time frame. And then what did I look for in the entry time frame? What I was looking for is basically a break of the inducement level, a retest, and then a momentum to the upside. So over here, I saw that the market has broken above it and then tried testing it but couldn't go lower, creating a fair value gap over here. So this is what gave me the momentum. This is what gave me the confirmation that buyers are so much in control. And so I bought at this level, put my stop loss below the fair value gap, and then aimed at the um the internal range high, which is this one, to be taken out. So that is basically what I did. That is how I was able to catch this particular trade. And so our first trade is, this is just the first episode of me taking my first trade using my Profirm account. And then I'm hoping that it continues like this. All right, peace. On to the next one.